Okay, hello everybody, this is Big Bang Crypto and welcome to the next episode. I think it will be a very interesting update. Now, if you're new to this channel, this is very important for me, so if you don't know the four-wave theory, I really recommend watching my previous videos. You will understand Bitcoin's price movement. And today's video is about what you have to do in the next 1.5 years if you want to use this life-changing opportunity, and altcoin price forecast for the coming pump. And this is also very important to me, so everything I say is based on Bitcoin's historical price movements. I'm not just telling you something like many channels only because I feel so or because the sun is shining or everything is in the green. So no, this is not the way that I will go. And when you look at this, this is a screenshot of the comments and what I've been writing in 12 hours ago. And hello Abraham, when you're watching this. We've been talking about what is going on right now because Bitcoin was moving so fast to the upside, and everybody was thinking, okay, we will reach $16,000, $14,000 and things like that. And I've been telling you all the time, no, we will drop. Bitcoin is not ready to break the main trend line. It broke the main trend line, but I was absolutely sure that it will come down, and that is what I've been, what I told Abraham. And this part, the four-wave theory, explains every price movement since 2010. I mean, guys, I'm talking about nearly 10 years, all right, 10 years that I've been investigating Bitcoin's price movements. And today Bitcoin is over 13 days inside of that channel. I think 20 days is very likely, but when Bitcoin is able to make a new high, to go over the last high in the next hours and doesn't fall back into the channel, then the main trend line is finally broken. This means 2 times testing the channel line is also enough to break the main trend line. And this would be the first time. Now, you can see everything that I'm saying is very different to what other YouTubers are telling their subscribers. I'm really focusing on historical price movements. And this is what gives me the ability to say that what we're seeing right now, this is not the reality, all right? This is not what is going on. I don't know why Bitcoin was pumping like crazy. Maybe guys with many Bitcoins, so the whales or whatever, want to fool the people, all right? You have to be very, very careful. This is why I wrote, please be very careful, because I knew it will come down. I was so sure about it, telling you 65% BTC dominance. Where is it? I can find it. I know that I wrote it somewhere. 65%. There it is. BTC dominance. It is too high, too high. And when it falls, I told you it will be a hard drop. And somewhere I wrote this. Where it is? Where it is? Where it is? Actually, but I'm still very certain that it will correct 30% in the next 2 days. Here, the correction will start later. You've seen it all. I can find it right now, but somewhere, here it is. It will be a hard drop, and that is exactly what you're seeing. Over $1,000 going all the way down. Okay, so I'm not telling you this because I feel so. This is something I have seen in the past of Bitcoin happening. And you know, what really makes me angry is that I know a lot of people lost money because of this trade. I think this is the only YouTube channel telling the people, don't invest now, be careful. Okay, I've seen videos today There are guys with 50,000 subscribers, 100,000 subscribers, things like that, telling the people $14,000 is possible, 16,000 at the end of the week, and things like that. This is bullshit. Never listen to someone that is only telling you this without giving you reasons, and I mean real reasons based on collected information and things like that. And so you have to be really careful with talking about your money, that you've been working so hard to get that money. So I think you have to be very careful, and the number one rule is let the emotions, or shut down the emotions when it comes to trading, and first and foremost when it comes to Bitcoin, because it is still very volatile. And when you jump on the Bitcoin train, when it is driving too fast, man, you will get hurt. You can lose everything. All right, that is what I'm saying. So yes, it is very important to me. Now, this is an actual picture of Bitcoin's price movement, and well, as you can see, this is the main trend line. Bitcoin was moving above, or moved above, this main trend line, and this is the result. And I told you in yesterday's video, it is too early for Bitcoin right now. We are seeing 2 times testing the channel line, and all right, this is enough for Bitcoin to start to move to the main trend line, because we want to see, all right, can I break this one? But history shows us that no, never. It never happened. That is why I told you this will come down. It is so unlikely. And that is what we are seeing right there, all right? It came over it, and well, this resistance is right now too huge. The next time Bitcoin comes up to this line, then we have another situation. Bitcoin will break this main trend line, and I'm absolutely sure about it. Not because the sun is shining, because I've seen it in the last 10 years of Bitcoin's price movement. So, and what I want to show you right here is, I mean, this is what it looks like when you take the 1 hourly chart, and this is what it looks like when you take the daily chart. All right, so it seems like nothing. All right, so no problem for this channel and for everything that I've been talking about in the last days, and the 4-wave theory. And here's an update of the 4-wave theory when it comes to what will happen in the next days. So I think that right now we will see Bitcoin move all the way down. There will be a little bit of upside movement, a little bit of correction to the upside, but at the end it will come down. And I think what we will see is a hard drop through this channel line, all right, through this channel line, and then it will come up again when it reaches the $8,850 level. Then it will come up, move inside into this channel again, and then start to move up, and then we will see the break of the main trend line. And as I told you, I think 13% gains is very likely, because then we will come back to the $13,900 level, test it again, and then see a 25% of correction. This is also something that I've seen in Bitcoin's historical price movements. 25% to 30%. I think 25%, because I think that it is very likely that Bitcoin will come down and test the $10,000 level again before it moves forward to the next wave. And so this is because of the collected data, 61% Fibonacci level, test of the previous high. So 61% Fibonacci level is around $13,400. And I think Bitcoin will come up to that level, maybe to $13,900 to test that level again, but there will be too much resistance in this zone, so we will see this drop. And this is very likely to me that we will come to the $10,000 level and start to move sideways to the next wave. This has a very high probability, and $8,850 because it is the 78% Fibonacci level. Now, very important is, I've been going from the bottom of this wave to the highest point, and then you get the 78% Fibonacci level at that price target. And I've seen that nearly every wave came down to the 78% Fibonacci level. So this is very likely to me and makes a lot of sense. And that is why I say we will see that, because yes, I think every time it came down to 78% Fibonacci level, or very close to it, very, very close to it. So I think this is very likely. And yes, I think that 21 days we will be inside of the channel, and yes, 18 days, I don't know right now. I think this was, I was thinking, all right, after 18 days we will come into and touch this channel line, and then start to move up to the main trend line. I have to make this new because that doesn't fit right now. Okay, so that's it. And yeah, this is something that I've showed you in yesterday's video. So what I'm talking about is so I will answer the question, when will the altcoins pump? And I told you that I've looked what the altcoins did when Bitcoin was consolidating. So what I mean by that is right here. Every time Bitcoin, and this is, this is the first wave of the second bull market, and what you can see is after breaking the main trend line, Bitcoin starts to make gains, and then we see this consolidation starting, and this consolidation goes all the way to the next wave. And every time after this first gains, all right, so breaking out and starting with the first gains, every time Bitcoin made these first gains, it started to consolidate, and this was the time before the drop of 25% or 30%. This was the time when the altcoins started to pump, and they pumped till the middle of this second part. So nearly nearly 2 months, you can say. So nearly 2 months they started to pump, and then when Bitcoin was very close to the second wave, they fall down. All right, so we will use that, and this is something that didn't happen one time, every time. All right. Oh, sorry. So coming back, this is Ethereum, for example. So during the consolidation time, you can see we had 1000%, we had 2000%, we had 414%. So I've been talking about that in yesterday's video. I don't want to repeat myself, so watch my yesterday's video and you will understand what I'm talking about right here. And there was a little mistake in yesterday's video. I told you you can get 1.5 million, but no, it is 1.4 million when you use this numbers. And so what it means is, when you buy one Bitcoin for $13,790 and then you follow the 4-wave plan, then at the end of next year you will have $1.4 million. And when you invest $1,000 now, you will have something around $101,000. So this is huge, and this is all based on historical price movements. Now, also very important to understand what is happening right now. As you can see, this is the 4th wave of the first bull market and the 1st wave of the second bull market. So I've been looking at the price of the highest points of these waves, and so I've been looking, I've been investigating the last wave, comparing to the first wave between 2 bull markets, and what you can see is the first wave of the second bull market is something around 25% of the all-time high of the last bull market. This is Bitcoin. This is Bitcoin. Then the first wave had the highest point at $503, and the 4th wave showed us the all-time high at around $1,163. So this means we are now talking about 43%. So the highest point of the first wave of the third bull market is 43% of the highest point of the fourth wave of the second bull market. And this time, what you can see, so this is the all-time high of the last bull market, the highest point of the fourth wave of the third bull market. And this is right now the highest point of the first wave of the fourth bull market that we're in right now. And what you can see is 70%. So as you can see, we're getting higher and higher. And what it shows us is every time we talk about 1.72 times, this is getting higher. And when you compare it for this to data, you can see that we're again talking about 1.662. So recurring similarities. I told you I'm searching for these recurring similarities, and yeah, well, as you can see, it is yes, very similar. So it makes a lot of sense to me that this is the highest point. Why I'm showing you this is because a lot of channels, again, telling the people that what if the parabolic movement that we are seeing right now, so this one, what if this is not the end, we will move higher? Bullshit. Sorry, bullshit. All right, telling the people stuff like this may be only a part of the real parabolic movement that makes the people invest now. All right, and now these people are sitting there and they're seeing this. When they invest at that point right here, they lost. All right, and very often the people, when they see, oh no, I'm losing, they sell their Bitcoin at that point, and at the end they made the wrong decision, they lost money, and this will happen again and again, and they will every time lose their money because of wrong informations. And this is very important to me, and I really want to tell you, I want you to know that. So yes, so this is for me the proof that we are that this is the highest point. And after what we've seen today, 100% this is the highest point. So there's no doubt for me. But I'm sure when Bitcoin tomorrow makes $200 of gains, people say, buy, you must buy. It will go up. It will go up. And they didn't invest 1 second to see what is Bitcoin doing over the last 10 years. Is that possible to say something like that and not thinking about it? People will lose their money. All right. Okay. So now a very interesting point. I think that the day where the altcoins will pump will come very close. Now this is, I think, very interesting. What you can see is we've been coming very close to the Bitcoin all-time high. All right, we are coming very close to it. So 1.44 times away. Okay, so because this is the highest point of the actual wave, so we are 1.44 times away. And when you say, all right, let's imagine that the altcoins will also be 1.44 times away from their all-time highs of the last bull market, then you get something very interesting. Why I'm showing this? Because, as you may know, the altcoins always pump harder than Bitcoin. All right, this is something that we've seen. I think you know what I'm talking about. And now Ethereum, $1,432 all-time high, now at $288. And so this means possible price target $994 when you use this 1.44 times. All right, so because This is 1.44 times away from this all-time high, so that's the way I've been calculating. And this means when you take the price now, you can make 3.45x. All right, you can make this gains when you buy Ethereum when Bitcoin starts to consolidate. Now, when you do the same for EOS, you see all-time high $22, and when you use this, you get $15.86. Oh, I forgot the dollars symbol. So then you can make 3x. When you buy Dash, all-time high, $1,642. When you do the same again, you can see right now $151. You can make something around 7x. When you take Chainlink, well, we don't know the all-time high now, but I think it is very likely that Chainlink will go up to nearly $30 when the altcoins pump, because Chainlink is one of those coins that made gains in the last days, although the most altcoins were bleeding. So I see very high potential for Chainlink. I think you can make something around 10x when the altcoins are pumping nearly 2 months. I think this is something that is very likely. And Cardano, my number one, this will be the one I will invest in, because $1.33 all-time high right now, 7 cents. When we say, all right, at the end, after 2 months, we will be around 90 cents, because, as I told you, this is 1.44 times away from the all-time high. So this means you can make 13x. And I've been talking about Cardano in my previous videos, telling you that Cardano has had or formed a huge head and shoulders reversal, and I think that this will be such a huge breakout. I'm very sure about that. But yes, I will be investing in Cardano because of that. I will invest in Chainlink because of that. When it comes to that point, I will be investing in Dash and Ethereum as well. So I'm not going all in Cardano because this is too risky for me. I never go into one coin. I always try to minimize the risk by taking different coins that I think are very which have high potential. So that's it for today's video. Before I say good night, I want to take a look at what's going on every time. I want to take a look at the actual chart, and yes, we've been coming down to $11,600. Crazy what's going on. And I mean, we've been around sorry, let's take a look at that. We've been around $13,200, and now $11,600. So this is something that you should never forget. This can be your reality when you get in at the wrong moment. So you should always think twice about your decisions and really use informations based on historical price movements. This is the only way that makes sense to me. So please don't listen to guys that can only talk about, oh man, Bitcoin is going up, so invest now. No, when Bitcoin is going up, don't invest. This is the way you should trade, because as you can see, when it goes up, it comes down. And right now, this is again, this was a test of the four-wave theory, and as you can see, the four-wave theory is working perfectly. This is the only channel using the four-wave theory. Every other channel is talking, well, it is more guessing much more guessing. What we are talking about is based on real informations, collected informations. And well, I hope this is helpful, and I hope you have more trust in the four-wave theory. And I think that when we use the four-wave theory, we can make a lot of profits, and this is again another proof for me. So thank you very much. I thank everybody for subscribing. It means a lot to me, for the comments, for the thumbs up, everything. And I hope we will grow. Thank you for supporting at this early stages. Well, we will see us again. Have a nice day and good night.